What is up, guys? Arm here today, and today I have for you a video detailing the Lightning Assassin. I'm going to go through the build that I run on it, some DPS rotations, and generally how to play the class as a general overview. I'm going to preface this saying that I do not main the Assassin, so some of this might not be perfectly accurate or the maximum damage rotations, but it's a good place to start from on your journey as the Assassin in Blade and Soul. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the Assassin hinges on two major things, and that is stealth, and that is poison stacks. So stacking 5 stacks of poison on your enemy will increase your DPS tremendously, and staying in stealth is key for the Lightning Assassin to be able to pull off its main DPS rotation. So first thing we're going to look into is how to get poison onto your enemy, and the easiest way is through the use of Poison Breath, your skill on your 4. So it stacks 5 stacks of poison instantly upon casting it. Not instantly, over the 5 casts. So as long as you hit the boss with all 5 casts or whatever you're trying to fight, then it'll get 5 stacks of poison on it. As well as the Lightning Pierce, I believe was changed in the Secrets of the Shadows update here, because now it always stacks 1 poison. Before, I believe it only stacked it on a critical hit. It might have been Heart Stab that only stacked it on a critical hit, but now it always stacks every time you hit Lightning Pierce, which is really, really cool. So those two are the main 2 ways to get poison onto your enemies. So just show you real quick. You got your 4, which will put poison on your enemy, and then we'll go into stealth. And we're in stealth now, and once again, if I hit that, you see we stack the poison onto the enemy. So with that, those are the 2 main ways to stack poison on your enemy. Now, moving on. Okay, so I'm going to reset the boss here real quick, and yeah. So the next thing we're going to look at is the stealth mechanics of the Assassin. So the Assassin, with the new update, actually got a new way to get into his stealth through Shadow Slash, but there's a whole bunch of other ways. So the one I was just using right there to get into stealth was Shadow Slash, which is your 3. So you just hit 3, and you're in stealth. Really, really simple. We'll reset the boss. Next way to get into stealth is through the use of your counter, which is on your 2. So you're going to see the boss goes for his attack, and I time my counter, and boom, teleport behind him, and you're in stealth. That's your next way to get into stealth. Another way is when you're sprinting around in the arena or wherever you're fighting, and you just hit right mouse button on the enemy, and it'll throw you into stealth as a quick dash to the enemy. Another way to do it is through hitting the boss from behind with your 1. So your 1 is a dash, and when you hit him from behind, puts you into stealth, as you see right there. Next way to get into stealth, and I believe the final way that actually you have your X, which if you spec it for party stealth, you hit it and it'll put your whole party into stealth for 10 seconds. That's a pretty simple one. And the final one that I'm trying to, I think here, is to hit your V. So your V is like your ultimate sort of skill on the Assassin. It gives your whole party damage boosts and everything, but it also puts you into stealth for 15 seconds, so pretty useful. Alright, so with that, those are the main ways to get into stealth. So you got your poison, you got your ways into stealth. Why are you going into stealth? Well, the main combo on the Assassin is right mouse button into your Lightning Pierce. And then on top of that, you augment in some Lightning Rods into that. So Lightning Rod on a stack of 5 poison stacked enemy will be hitting for huge damage numbers, comparable to that of Lightning Pierce, as well as recovering essentially all of the focus being used in the rotation. Like I said, it recovers 3 focus on hit, and your Lightning Pierce into Heart Stab combo is going to be using 3 focus. So if you could just continually combo that in, it's pretty useful. It also stacks 1 bleed when you hit, which is another useful thing, and it heals you for 5% of the damage you do. So it has lots of cool reasons to rotate it into your rotation. So what is the rotation? Well, it's going to stealth. Use your Heart Stab, you use your F, and then you Lightning Rod, Heart Stab, Lightning Pierce, Lightning Rod, Heart Stab, Lightning Pierce, Lightning Rod. So it's right mouse F4, right mouse F4, right mouse F4. So yeah, that is your main combo, but you need to be in stealth to do this. So you got to use a way to get into stealth, and it also helps to have the 5 poison stacks, as I already said, because of the increased damage. So we're going to put 5 poison stacks onto the boss. We're going to go into stealth by hitting 3, and then it's right mouse F4, right mouse F4, right mouse F, and you see we're out of stealth. So there's lots of ways to get back into stealth. We can go in like that, like you see right there. And we go right mouse F4, and we're back into stealth. But that's not the most efficient way, is to find a different way into stealth, like get out of stealth and get back in. You can actually essentially stay in permanent stealth with the Assassin through the use of 2 skills. So the first is on your 1, it is your Shadow Drain skill. You spec it on the far right one. If the enemy has a poison stack on it and you use this ability on the boss or on the enemy while you're in stealth stance, it extends the duration of stealth for 6 more seconds, as well as recovers focus. So you can essentially just go into right mouse F, spam, without having to worry about putting in Lightning Rod. So we'll show you that right now. So we're going to put 5 stacks on the enemy, and then we're going to go into stealth, right mouse F, right mouse F, right mouse F. Okay, we're right mouse F-ing. Poison's about to run out, so we hit 1, and we're back into it, and we get the focus recover, which keeps us with a lot more focus. And then also the boss has 5 stacks poison on it, so I can continue to spam my skills. The other way is when you're in stealth is to, so we'll go back and head on into stealth here. Okay, so now we're in stealth. So stealth is running out. We're going to hit our 3, as I showed before, which puts you into stealth as well, as you see right there. It takes you out momentarily, but then it puts you back into stealth to keep you in stealth while you're DPS rotating. So what does all this look like when you put it together? We're going to reset the boss here real quick. So you somehow want to get into putting 5 stacks on. So we're going to hit the boss with the poison. We use our 3 to get in, and we're right mouse F, right mouse F4, right mouse F4, right mouse F4, right mouse F4. Running out of poison, or running out of time on the stacks rather. So we go back to right mouse F4. Our timer's about to run out again, so we use our 3. Right mouse F4, right mouse F4, right mouse F4, right mouse F4. Really simple. Yeah, so we've stayed in poison, so now we want to go back into stealth. We hit our V if we want, or we could hit our X. And I've actually killed the boss before I'm out of time. Pretty simple to do though. Pretty simple to stay in permanently stealth. Make sure to keep getting damage out, and yeah. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it details how you run the Lightning Assassin. Probably not to its fullest, but it gives you a general idea on how to play as the Lightning Assassin. Like I said earlier, this is going to have difficulties in dungeons with multiple people because there's going to be different AoEs going off of the boss, and it's kind of difficult to stay in stealth. But if you can manage to do it, or if you're playing solo, this is by far one of the easiest ways to play through the game. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found it useful, and yeah, we'll see you at the next video. Peace.